I really, really just want to play games online without any form of harassment whatsoever. I'd rather just be, playing video games online together with my friends, just chilling and, just having a good time, talk about, milestones we reached in video games and, our strategies and our best opinions on how to take on certain enemies and, that kind of stuff. Apparently, that doesn't happen anymore. Well, I shouldn't say anymore. It doesn't happen a lot because there are people who obviously strangers that you friend and they will you don't know what they're gonna do. You don't know whether they're gonna, just harass your friends over your gender or your cultural background or, what color you are or, and start the harassment, whether it's, Asian hate or racism, and give you a bunch of crap online. Yeah, that is very, very sick. And I don't appreciate any of this. Especially harassing people over how prideful you are. Speaking of June, it's Pride Month. And look at this. People obviously do not even shut up. I see these kind of posts every time, and this is the kind of stuff people don't shut up about. So, what the future holds for you. I'd literally just rather be sitting down there, sitting on chairs or whatever, playing games online without having this kind of crap. I don't mind playing online with other people, but if they want to bring the extra crap with it, meaning the harassment and the and the political crap, that's a big one right there. Just about every November, people get hyped up for voting for whoever they think is going to do a good job and lead the country and that stuff. And there are political idiots that would obviously just go and harass people and saying like, "Hey, you voting for the Democrat? Oh, this guy's going to do a poor job." Or, "Hey, you're a Republican. We can't be friends anymore." You know what? And you're obviously you bully them about it, and it's like people just don't even know the way to respect people anymore. Most people do, but there are a lot of idiots out there that obviously do not know how to respect other people's opinions, beliefs, cultural backgrounds, and treat people equally. Doesn't matter if you're an Asian American. Doesn't matter if you're black. It doesn't matter if you're brunette or Latina or Mexican. None of that even applies to why you can't be treated equal. And bullying is a really big problem in reality and in the video game online community, especially over the online chat, such as like Skype, Discord, or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you name it. Just imagine how many threatening texts you would actually get from random people that you actually friend online. Like, you could friend anybody on Facebook and that stuff, and they could give you all sorts of drama and gossip. And totally make your time of enjoyment miserable. It can be very depressing and that stuff. And they obviously aren't going to have any feelings of respect for you. It's just that simple. And it's clear. At least most of the people that I play with and keep on my friends list and that stuff obviously know how to act. And I don't have a lot of people who ask me personal questions about, you know, who did I vote for, or what did I do today, or, you know, if I have, like, anything personal going on with my life and that stuff. It's nobody else's business and that stuff. And people need to back off on that. Okay, video games are meant for your enjoyment. And when you play online,
someone already owns this property. Time to pay the rent.
Okay, you should at least have respect for the people that you play with and that stuff. Otherwise, if you were being the biggest harasser in video games online and that stuff, I'm pretty sure you would get reported for, harassment. Like, I could play Mario Kart 8 online, and there'd be somebody random that could be, trying to be like, try to be like a seducer, like, some kind of person who would actually try to get a date out of you, or, try to flirt with you and that stuff, and, just be a total idiot. And thankfully, the Nintendo Switch Online app, when I'm playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with idiots, or if I were playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate or Luigi's Mansion 3, and I heard trash coming out of their mouth like that and that stuff, thankfully there's a mute button. And I could block, or actually not block, I could even report the person.
Shake the dice and see what the future holds for you.
And this is pretty much what they're there for. Like, if you're tired of dealing with people trying to get, like, personal with you and, trying to make your online time less enjoyable and miserable and depressing and that stuff, then I would highly advise that you would clearly either report the person who is actually harassing you, if you ever experience that. I would report it to Nintendo, and even if it happens in other um, games, like third-party titles, or, you know, if you own another console, like an Xbox, and the Xbox Series that has online, or the PlayStation Series that has online, then you can report it to Microsoft if you are an Xbox owner, or Sony if you're a PlayStation owner. And they would possibly take care of this issue and probably update their terms of service and privacy policy, and saying that this harassment between, it could be any form of harassment. Asian hate or racism, or it could be, bullying situation. And you could possibly get reported if you just go off and do that. So that's the bottom line here. Now, second, I want to go off saying that the pride image that I just showed you right there, people don't shut up about these kind of things on video games. If they will make idiotic posts, and they'll feel happy, and they give them power, and they obviously just are in too much pride of how much power they're getting out of making these idiotic posts and that stuff, and they'll just keep on doing it and that stuff. They never shut up about it. Now imagine you waking up the next day and you find a bunch of idiotic posts about how prideful they are for being, bi or gay or whatever. I don't really care what the situation is and that stuff. It's one thing to feel happy about what you're doing and that stuff, but to go out there and to actually, post your life achievement, good for you. That's good for you, but hey, I respect what people post and that stuff. What I don't really like about that, though, is that that the people who feel so wrapped up in their pride just keep on posting about it and never shuts up. Just about every June that comes around and that stuff, the more idiotic people are about pride. June is Pride Month, yeah, but y'all need to, shut up every once in a while about this and stuff, because this stuff is just absolutely sickening. I mean, nobody cares about what you do, what is going on in your life, or, what is absolutely why you're sad or depressed, or nobody wants to know about your personal life if you're a stranger. I mean, if you've been a friend for people for a few years and that stuff, and you give a care for, say family members or your reality friends and that stuff, then yeah, you can care for those people and that stuff. But your internet friends that are obviously big strangers to you that you don't know in reality and that stuff, then obviously don't go and spread this drama and gossip around in your online posts and that stuff, because nobody wants to listen to it. As much as people hate this on like Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. Like, you know, a bunch of this political drama and all that other stuff. Yeah. Nobody's gonna want to listen to this. There has to be, like, a line drawn where when the person becomes such a big problem with the harassment and gossip and bullying people just because they feel like they can, that's when it becomes a big problem.
Don't give up. Persistence is the key to success.
And what really kills me is the fact that there are most people that when they harass people and that stuff, they never even want to face the fact that, hey, what I'm doing is obviously putting this person on the edge of his seat, his or her seat, and literally making their anger level going deep red and being fully irritated with me and that stuff. Maybe I ought to stop. Maybe this person is getting so annoyed with me. Maybe this is time I better stop this and that stuff.
Shake the dice and see what the future.
Oh, if you're an idiot, you're gonna say, nah, I don't care. I don't care if this person has what his or her feelings are. I don't even care. I can do whatever I want. Now, that's just me using another person as an example of, you know, being an idiot. Obviously, I would not go online and harass people and that stuff because I know better. And secondly, I respect people no matter who they are, what cultural background they have. And if they're any color, I respect those kind of people. I had somebody on Fortnite, you may have heard this before, but this girl was asking another person, are you a boy or a girl? And this person obviously went off the edge of her seat. Her name was Violet, as you could say. As you can tell, the name means that she's obviously a female. And this girl who was harassing Violet put her on the edge of her seat, and the victim on Fortnite got very, very mad and irritated. It was almost like steam was coming out of her head, if you could picture that. And what's the next thing that you probably do? Laugh at the person? Or are you gonna say, like, hey, you know what? You're harassing my friend here and that stuff. I'm not liking it. I'm kicking you out of my Fortnite room and that stuff, and I'm possibly going to unfriend you and block you and that stuff if you just want to be the big harasser. And that's the problem with little kids that play Fortnite and that stuff. Little kids are, you know, real big idiots online and that stuff, and they like to play Fortnite and harass people and that stuff, and then ask, you know, stupid questions that are probably way too personal and that stuff. And they're playing with adults, and there are adults that would actually know way better than to actually do this stuff. It has to stop.
What do you want to
Kids that play Fortnite or play online have to learn to be respectful, and
If there's demand,
then you learn to stop being big idiots. Because that's the bottom line here. That's the bottom line here. If people keep on going on here on video games online and that stuff, and they keep on harassing people online, whether it's personal questioning or gossip or political stuff or whatever, I don't care what the situation is, all forms of harassment is a big problem. If you keep going on at it, and you have the biggest prideful moment in harassing people online and that stuff, obviously you need to get reported, and you should not be allowed to be playing online with people. If you want to get on there and you want to start talking like big idiots, being a personal harasser and that stuff, then obviously you need banned. Bottom line. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like what we said here, please comment, like, and subscribe to the channel, Charles Morse. And hopefully, what I said in this video is encouraging people to actually realize the fact that there will be more people that actually get online. And the more people that get online, either they're going to be respectful online and that stuff and know that they can't be a big problem online and that stuff. And then there are also going to be new players that actually get a Switch or an Xbox or a PS5, whatever the case is, and, you know, they could be big time harassers and personal questioners to you, and, you know, bully you, and, you know, be a big problem. Not just video games, but also online overall. And I mean chat apps such as like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Discord. And obviously something needs to be done, because this kind of bullying and harassment coming from other people, especially in video games and online overall, and especially reality, is not tolerated. And this must be reported, or possibly reported, and somebody needs to stand up and speak out about this, because this is not tolerated. This is Charles Morse. Have a good day, and I will see you all later.